Libby Orlin. I'm in the ASUG News Studio, sponsored by NTT Data, and I'm joined right now by Sanjeev Sethi. He's the SAP Technical Lead for the Judicial Council of California. And as this is SAP Tech Ed and a technical show, we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive here and talk about single sign-on. So
yes.
Sanjeev, thanks for making the time, and your presentation is today at 2
2
o'clock.
Yes.
All right, so tune in for that.
Yes.
Now let's talk a little bit about your project. So single sign-on, why did you start it in the Judicial Council?
Okay, so first of all, I'm glad to be here. And why single sign-on? Good question. Our project is pretty big, and as you said, we are implementing SAP across trial courts of California in all the 58 counties, right from North California to Southern California. And it's growing big, and we are constantly implementing new modules of SAP and things like that. So we had a bit of unique landscape. So we host SAP and non-SAP applications in a centralized data center. And our users, as I said before, they are across the 58 counties.
Okay.
And they use our applications, and we have SAP and non-SAP applications in the centralized data center. The challenge is that all these remote counties have their own domains and networks and active directories, and they don't have a trust relationship with our centralized data center. So we were looking for a single sign-on solution for multiple reasons. One, we wanted our users to have a sign on only one time and access all the applications across our data center. And then also, we wanted this single sign-on solution to provide us end-to-end encryption.
Okay.
By end-to-end mean at the application level, right from the desktop to the application servers. And I mean, there are products out there, but it was a long journey till we got here where we are right now.
So let's talk a little bit about that. How did SAP's single sign-on functionality compare to other products that you had looked at?
Yes, so I mean, yes, right now we are happy with SAP single sign-on, very happy, but it was, to be honest, SAP single sign-on was not our first choice.
Right.
For many reasons, and we were looking, first thing it came to mind was VPN. Why can't we have a VPN? So we went to Cisco and looked at several VPN solutions, web VPN and things like that. But the VPN solution did not give us complete encryption. VPN gives encryption only at the transport layer, not at the application layer. So data is not encrypted from your desktop to the application server. And the second thing is VPN was not able to give us a single sign-on, which was important to us.
Right.
So then this is like few years back, about 5 years back. And then we came across a product called Secured. It has this SNC library specifically designed for SAP GUI traffic. By the way, when we say encryption, we are talking about SAP GUI traffic. SAP GUI traffic is by default not encrypted. Some people may not realize that, but it is scary. And anybody can sniff the network and get your user ID and password.
So Secure was a technology that you owned before SAP actually acquired it, correct?
Yeah. So we started with Secured. We were fine. The only thing was we had to customize the Secured product to work with our middleware. We use a SiteMinder as our middleware, and so we had to put some custom code to integrate Secured with SiteMinder, which was fine till we bought SAP bought Secured. So when SAP bought Secured, of course they changed the name to SAP Single Sign-On, and then they changed some technology behind that. Secured was using ActiveX control, and SAP Single Sign-On started using Java applet. So that broke our custom code, which we were not expecting.
Right.
And not only it broke the custom code, after implementation, we found out that Java keep pushing new updates every month or 2 months. And that was breaking our custom code all the time, and we were going back to SAP Germany and kind of sharing our pain with them, and it was getting harder to support the first version of SAP Single Sign-On, which was 1.0.
So this is a good point to close out on too. So all these pain points and everything that you went into with this first part of the project, you actually got to be a ramp-up customer for the new version, correct?
That is correct, and here is the interesting part. When we were dealing with SAP Germany, To be honest, SAP developers don't always have the first-hand experience with the unique landscape of the customers. I mean, it's
Okay.
obviously, they with this new technologies coming all the time, they don't imagine how their product will fit in with the customer's environment. And that same was the case. I mean, when the SAP Single Sign-On version 1.0 was developed, it was lacking the features and that's why we were having this pain. We didn't have to had all this custom code to integrate with SiteMinder. So when we were sharing our requirements as well as pain with the SAP Germany developers, they got interested in our requirements and they wanted to incorporate our requirements to their next version.
Right.
So they offered us to be the ramp-up customer, and I think it was a good experience with ramp-up, being a customer ramp-up. It was a win-and-win situation for us as well as for SAP.
It really speaks to the partnership between the customer and SAP, and the fact that you really do need to speak up in order to get these enhancements.
Yeah, I mean, it was,
into the
as I said,
product.
it was a win-win situation. I mean, we had a 2 months project with them. It was pretty good. They had a project manager specifically assigned to us, and we were in constant touch with the developers in Germany on a daily basis. We had a status calls. So they got to see our pains, and they incorporated our requirements to the next version. And by the way, we did upgrade to the new version, and we have completely taken out our custom code now. We have no
Right.
custom code there, and the taking out of the custom code, the good part is when Oracle throws up new Java updates, we don't have to worry about supporting our custom code. As far as SAP supports the new Java version, we are fine. So from the support perspective, I feel it's really good for us, and now our management is also much more happier with this new product of SAP Single
Perfect.
Sign-On.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Great story, great advice for
Yes,
customers out
yes,
there.
I'm glad to be here. And by the way, I know we have covered at the high level. If listeners have any technical questions, they can always get to me later on.
That's a great point.
Yeah, and I also have sessions just for this at 2 o'clock today. So I'm sure people will have, when they come to my session, they will have something to appreciate and learn from the session. So I invite people to join me at 2 o'clock.
Fantastic.
And I'm glad
Thank
to
you,
be here.
Sanjeev.
Thanks for having me.
For more customer content and stories, please turn to asug.com and asugnews.com. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for having me.